And the Longhorns will put total leather to crank us up. Takes it inside the 25. Chance for great field position. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32.
Ready up.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Plows through the defense. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. When you're called corn huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
Great place to start for this offense. Taylor has it. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Barber. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quick release by the QB. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Got it looking for a first. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
7, Nebraska, 0.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Straight ahead from inside his 25. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Back to throw, it's Levitt. Wide open downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Barber. There he goes. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly, because this has been way too easy.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Extra point here will tie the game. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the 2nd. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Taylor. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Running back searching for a hole.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Francis. Spits it out to the back. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
The short hands, it's Barber. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Caught in the backfield, it's Barber. Turning it on. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. Looking to pass. It's Francis. Fires to the end zone. It's complete on the right side. He will be stopped. Couldn't turn the corner, and the defense makes the play. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half.
Timeout, Nebraska.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Huskers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Texas offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quick release on the RPO. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Unloads quickly. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. and I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Got it in the middle. It's Pittman. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
We always talk about Yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, the ground game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
This is a tough one. A third and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. He caught it. Touchdown, Longhorns. And that one will give him the lead.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Cornhuskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Barber. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The sweet feet buy a little time. Throws to the tight end. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3.
That's the end of the third.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll get rid of it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Hits him with a stiff arm. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page. and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Here comes the Texas offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Reads it, fires complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The give is to Taylor. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burnett. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking downfield on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. He's taking the deep shot. Pulls it in on the left. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
The quick out. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. And this is caught for a touchdown, so hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarter.
Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Inside the touchdown, Texas. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Number 1 with the carry.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Caught near the sticks, it's Burnett. Works his way out of bounds, it's a gain of 16, and they'll stop the clock.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Finds a tight end down the gut. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw on first down. He wants to take the top off. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. From the gun, looking for a man. Back's got it.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for the score. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish. So this likely just to get the final score a little bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll go for two here. He'll set up to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the two as they trim more off of that lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play. The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
quarterback's just going to take a knee. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. And the Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. Running to daylight from inside his 25. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37.
Georgia offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
All right, let's get it. Quick. Here we go.
Keeps it on the draw. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Young. Buying some time. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, it's 3rd and short, and the offense is trying to go outside with the toss play, but too much speed defensively, forcing 4th down.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Tate. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Number 23 hauls it in the end zone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Smacks him with the stiff arm. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. A strike downfield. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
The Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Sends it back in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Barber. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Caught behind the line. It's Barber. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period.
7, Texas, 0.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Pulls and fired complete. He's loose on the right. Past the tag. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Young. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Back to pass on second down. Pocket breaking down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Texas! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
Yeah, and the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. DBs will try to keep everything in front. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Looking downfield, it's Young. Oh, they're after him. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
The Dogs are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. The throw. Another incompletion on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Gets the back moving. Hold and fire complete. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Caught in the backfield. It's Barber. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. Inside the 35. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Hard running there. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Timeout, Texas.
And the Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Coming up, 4th down.
So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Field goal is good. And that lead grows even bigger.
That makes the score. Texas 17, Georgia 7.
And the Bulldogs will kick it off to start the second half.
To kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Trying to set the tone with the run. Crosses to 40. At the 45 on his way. There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here's the return from inside the 25. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. To the ground with the back. Gets it past the marker. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Young. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
The Longhorns will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Texas! And the beatdown has ensued.
Number 48 makes the catch and takes it in for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And he made the extra point without problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Georgia offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Back to throw, it's Young. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Number 12 takes it in for the defense.
Getting set for the point after.
Kicker on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
That makes the score. Texas.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
Texas.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.